So here I am, coming to you with another something a little bit different. Gilly Kube from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. This was a 35 centimetre MDF board, placemat board from Kmart in Australia. So I suppose you can do the same on anything. It's treated on that one side there, and on the other side, look, it's raw. So really good surface. What I was aiming to do was as you can see with my glue gun, I started to do the glue on a Tree of Life sketch that I'd put on there, but got carried away, and again there's my audio's playing up, so I've got to try and change my speaker and whatnot, but that's a whole different story. So this is just the little glue gun that I have recently purchased. They are available on, or similar available on the Capriole Shabby Chic site, with the link underneath where I get all my pouring products from. So I merrily went along telling you all what to do, and part of it didn't record and this part had no sound, so excuse me, really having some gremlins in my videoing this week. So I suppose my camera and recording stuff is coming to the end of its life, like they seem to do after a couple of years. So I'm going to have to look into that. But yeah, so this was a heat gun used to go over my sketch of the Tree of Life. So it was doing exactly what you see there, and obviously I'm still having a bit of problem trying to get that to go, that little tube to go through, but I mean I did eventually get it to go through in the end, so all's good in the world, all's good. But as you can see, it's kind of nice playing with a different, something completely different than just pouring over your canvas or boards. It's so I'm going to definitely do more uses with the little heat glue gun. I've got some other things planned, and we'll see how we go from there. But this was the next stage, was now that all that glue's on there, I wanted to spray it before I painted the in-between bits. So here I go with just a gold spray. Thought I'd do it a bit blingy, probably more so because I just had that gold available. So come on, Gilly, get spraying. Oh, I'm putting my mask on. That's what I'm doing. Safety first. So it is a little respirator mask, and I suggest you wear this with any spraying or resin, or even, to be safe, to use it when you're painting is a good idea. Obviously it's not so good for a YouTube artist because of if they're trying to talk while they're doing a video. But I suppose the good thing is that you can do the voiceovers like I am currently doing, and then you've got no worry of inhaling the paints or the spray. So those little face mask respirators are a really good thing to keep in your art room, along with the fire extinguisher, of course. Now coming up, I've gone to a title, because I ended this particular bit of the video to go on to the next stage, so just bear with me, guys. As I said, I had gremlins at work in this particular pour. Here we go. Okay, we are back for the next bit of this experiment. So we've done the spraying, and that's fully dried now. So I'm setting up now for the liquid gloss resin, the two, it's this one I'm using, liquid gloss, so it's a two-part epoxy resin system. Have used it before, so it's 1-to-1 ratio, so 1 part of the liquid gloss to 1 part of the hardener. So I've got these 2 little containers. I'm just going with the little containers while I am not sure how this is going to go, so I'm just doing small bits at one time. So I've got to put, where's my little cups going? I'm going crazy. I'll put them out now, I've lost them. So I am going to use the colour shift. I'm going to try the colour shift colours in the resin to see if it works just straight from the bottle, the little colour shift, folk art colour shift. So I'll explain more of that as I go. Now I'll put some more little cups out, and I've gone crazy, so using these little cups, little shot glasses. So I'm just going to get equal parts of the hardener and the resin, the stuff, whatever it's called. So I will, because they're see-through, I'm not measuring anything, I am just eyeballing it that they're equal, which is about 1 little drop more. Okie dokie. So I'm hoping I've got enough here. So equal parts. I obviously need a little bit bigger cup, which I'll go with this one. So it's just basically pouring equal parts in and mixing. So I'll just scrape both of those out. I'm told that if I add a bit of heat, it actually gives me more time to work the resin. So I will try those few tips that people have given me. So I'll get all this as much out as possible, both the resin and the hardener. Just ordered some more of that particular resin from my online store that I get my gear from, the Capriole Shabby Chic. So as I've said before, all of the products I use are available in Australia on the site that I've got below. I'm told that from the US and the UK people that they can get most things from Amazon. So just hoping that if somebody wants to try the same thing as I'm trying, I'm just hoping that it's available for everybody everywhere. So I think it says on the bottle to mix this for a good 2 minutes before you start doing anything. So mixing it away in here. It's got lots of bubbles in it. I suppose that to get the bubbles out when I do it is to put the heat gun on it. It'll get the bubbles out. So my next little adventure, oh no, it's scary actually, is to I want to put some resin in these colours. So I'm just hoping that it's going to work out. I haven't done this before, so pouring a bit of resin in each of the colours, and I'm hoping that they're going to play nicely together. If they don't, it's a learning experience, and I failed it, and so it saves you guys wasting your time and money on these products if they're don't mix well together, but I'm pretty sure from what people have said to me that I can do this without any ill effect. So it's just giving things a try. I did see a video of Sue Finlay. She's another English lady living in Australia. She does lots of resin and artworks of different descriptions. Lovely. She seems a really nice lady, and I've seen this kind of process done with Sue Finlay, I think her name was, yeah. And so I'm just giving it a go. I know I'm certainly not following exactly what Sue did, because I can't remember. Oh my god, that's going hard. That's not working. Oh, poop. That's gone like... Oh, okay. Well, we won't do that. Is this one going to work? Maybe... No, let me try it quickly. That's gone to just like poop. Let's see if I can get this on here quickly before it starts setting. I want it to just be in the areas around here. I don't want it to go over the gold, but I think maybe I should have just added one tiny bit of the colour. I'm not sure. I've done something that's gone AWOL, haven't I? Because that one's gone to absolute... it's just gone to gunk. Oh, I didn't want it to go over my gold. Trying to do it. So obviously this will take me to do it nice and slowly a while. So I will try and speed the video up for you guys so you don't have to watch this. I think I've really got myself stuck here. Could have sworn just Sue poured it in between all of this. I think so. Sue, help me. See, I watch them, and then I've watched so many or do my own, and I forget which is... And I can't keep all the things in my head. I'm a bird brain at the moment, so... Or a nana brain, or a menopause brain, or whatever they're calling it these days. I've got one of those. That's what I've got. So I wanted to leave the gold showing, but no, that was not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go in the tree. Oh, I'm completely pooping it up now. Let's get over here. The idea was to put the resin, the paint in the resin in between where I want to. It's not to fill it all up with resin at this stage, it's just to get the colours in there, and then I will go over the whole lot with a big coat of resin afterwards. So that was the plan. You know, I definitely obviously watch other people, but I don't often do exactly as they do. I feel that I have to put my own spin on things, and it often doesn't work because they've done things that are they've tried and tested. Then I go and off on my own little tangent, and then it doesn't work. But you know, that's just what I do, so I can't really. Okay, stuffing that up, but get a finer brush for the in-betweeny bits. Well, I think I completely stuffed up on this tree business because my resin all went to gunk, so I obviously didn't do that right. I tried to get some of it on there before it went to even gunkier gunk, and it's still I've just made a real mess of it. So I'm gonna just leave that to dry and go back to the drawing board with it. I might try and rescue it still, but while I had some resin left, I thought I would go over my other piece that's got the colour shift paints and the dragonfly glaze in. I would just go over it with some of the resin, that liquid gloss, and I put a bit of the dragonfly glaze, just a drop in. That's where I think I've gone wrong. I've added far too much of the paint to the resin, and I should have only added a drop. So this is just sparkling. So I'm going to just pour it on this piece of work and try and make something out of a real big disaster. So I'm going to try and resin coat this, see if it works. Hopefully it does, and if it doesn't, well then back to the drawing board. Where's my little spreader? I'm just going to spread this around. Maybe I'll just use the rest of it because I've got it there. So I'll try and spread this around. So I can't really do much more the resin with that because I've run out of my liquid gloss. I'm waiting for it to come, so that's not good. But anyway, I will just try and do my best. It was I'll have to go back and have a look at Sue's videos, because there you go, try to do my own spin on it and it's just spun out of control. Oh, look at the sheeny shininess on. I'm not going to have enough to spread over this by the looks. I thought I would, but just spreading it out. Maybe I should have done it with a brush or something. Just trying to spread it, but you can see the glistening in it. It's lovely. Oh, let's hope I don't spoil another thing today. But you know, we all have these days, whether you're a seasoned pourer or not, or you like to admit it or you don't, which I always admit it, and usually show you my failures, which I'm going to show you this failure. But yeah, so there you go. Today was a bit of a, I'll try and rescue it, and if I do, I'll obviously add it onto the next part of this video. But I've spread this out now, and it is just, I can just see it's just glistening. I'm not going to worry about the sides because this was a whole test canvas, so it's only a small canvas. It has spread out now. Oh, I remember what somebody told me. A tip was to heat it up because it'll spread further. There was me thinking the heat will dry it, but they said it makes it more pliable. So here we go. It's definitely glistening. It's just falling on dark here, so got all my lights on. So there you go, heated it up. See if I can work it. Oh yeah, definitely. When you heat it up, it spreads it nicely. What I think the big mistake I did in that was I should have only put one little drop of the colour into the liquid gloss. I shouldn't have tried to put a big blob like I did into the colour into the resin. So lesson learned, definitely has affected the resin, because I've only put just a little drop of this gorgeous glistening dragonfly glaze into this resin, and it's spreading beautifully. And I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me just try and get the rest of that off there. I'm not sure how to get this stuff off my my utensils, so I'll have to look at that too. Oh, I'm in a right bloody pig's mess here. Okay, so that one is glistening. I'm not sure if you can see it. Looky, see, glistening, sheeny shiny. I'll put the link onto this particular video. This was when I was doing this very easy bloom effect with no messy products or all the different products. I was just using my dragonfly glaze and the colour shift paints and a bit of Floetrol, I believe, but it'll all be there in the video. But look how sheeny shiny. Am I getting it there? There you go. So this one I might leave, hopefully this big mess will dry, and what I might try doing when it's dry is pouring over the whole lot. Still should get the kind of textured effect from the heat, from the hot glue, so that might be the next stage of this video. So I'll go to the next stage and see what I've come up with. But thank you guys for joining me. So hopefully it'll be on the end of this video too. I'm just trying to show the effects of this. I've used the pouring resin. I'll put a picture of the box on, and I put a little bit, just a drop of the dragonfly glaze in the pouring resin, and I'm trying to see if I can capture the sparkle. Trying to capture sparkle. It is just glistening, but yeah, sorry about my overhead lights. It's getting dark here, and I suppose it would be best to take it out into the sun. The video of me putting it, the pouring resin, or the resin on with the colour shift or dragonfly glaze will be on another video, which I'll highlight. But yeah, that is sparkly. Just wanted to show you. So that's the resin over that particular piece, and there's the lovely lacing. Not sure if you're getting this, but yeah, it turned out really nice for a little test pour and a test resiny thing. So there you go.